Hi there, my name's Jeff. I am the owner of Fabino Baking, which is a small bakery located in Northern California. Today we are going to cut out some cookies and bake them. The previous video was all about making the dough and getting it ready to put in the refrigerator. And now it's been chilling for a couple hours, so we're going to pick up where we left off. All right. So I've got, as you remember, the cookies were stored in a container that had a snap-on lid, and they were rolled out between, the dough was rolled out between two sheets of wax paper. So we're going to take one of those and we're going to work with that. Also want to have my baking sheet that I'm going to be using to bake the cookies on right next to me, and I've got a piece of parchment paper to line the pan so the cookies don't stick. All right, so going over to the dough, we're peeling off the two layers of the wax paper. Keep one of them intact. We'll flip over. We just want to make sure that the cookie dough isn't sticking to the wax paper. So we've got our dough here, and then today we've got a variety of cookie cutters. We've got a maple leaf. We've got a pumpkin, a little acorn, and a squirrel. So what we're going to do is start by sort of positioning your cookie cutter in areas where you are going to be able to get the most out of the sheet without having to re-roll it again. So you got to start somewhere, so we'll start right here. The cookie cuts really nice because the dough is nice and chilled. It's rolled to an even consistency. Or an even thickness, and it's not sticking to the wax paper. So we're going to move them over to our cookie sheet, and you want to keep about a ½ inch of space between the cookies on the cookie sheet, just so that in the event that they did spread, these shouldn't spread at all, but in the event that they did spread, they wouldn't run into each other. And as you're cutting the cookies out, just sort of think about like what shape cookie can I put in here, and again, sort of maximize the space and the dough that you've got so you don't have to re-roll it again. It's no big deal to re-roll it, but why do it if you don't need to? So we'll just very carefully select the cookie cutters and move around the perimeter of the dough and cut out. I'd like to make an even amount of each one, so I'll just do one pumpkin, one leaf, one squirrel, one acorn, and just keep going around like that. So, and even if you do have scraps, and of course you'll have scraps left because you'll never be able to have your cookie cutters fit the real estate exactly, you'll be able to gather the scraps and re-roll them. And because we're rolling them between wax paper, we don't have to worry about adding additional flour and toughening up the cookie. We're going to be able to just continue to roll the dough out in between the wax paper, and the consistency of the cookie will remain the same. It's great. These are kind of a fun fall shape. We're sort of currently when I'm making this video, it is the beginning of, or near the beginning of October. So I'm sort of in this space where we could be making Halloween cookies, we could be making fall cookies. So we're going to kind of go with the fall theme right now, and we'll get into Halloween next week maybe. So just sort of cutting my cookies out here. You can get quite a few cookies out of one batch of the dough that we had made. These cookies are relatively small, maybe about 3 inches in diameter. So you're going to be able to you should be able to get a couple dozen cookies out of a single batch of that dough, which is really nice. And again, because they're like a consistent thickness, they'll bake at the same time evenly, and they will just be a really nice, consistent cookie. I was saying consistent a lot. Sorry about that. All right, let's see what we've got here. We got 4 leaves, 3 pumpkins, 3 squirrels. So we definitely need to get another pumpkin in here. and 3 acorns. So if I can get another squirrel and another acorn fit on this baking sheet, that'll be ideal. So that's what I'll go for. Let's see. Okay, well, looks like I can only get 3 squirrels. You can see the cookies are nicely spaced out. Some of them are a little closer together, so you can kind of move them around if you need to. But this should be fine. The cookie dough doesn't spread, so we should be good to go with this. So I'm going to put these back in the refrigerator and leave them in for maybe 30 minutes, just to give them a nice chill. And then we'll pop them in the oven. I've got the oven preheating now, so at the time that it's ready for me to, or gets to the temperature I need to be at, we'll be ready to put the cookies in. All right, we'll see you then. Okay, our cookie dough has been in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes, and you can see I can lift the cookies right off of the wax paper, or the parchment paper, and they come up really easily, and they're nice and sturdy, so we'll be able to get these in the oven to bake. So got the oven preheated to 350 degrees. For this particular recipe, you want to follow whatever the recipe is. The instructions are for whatever recipe you're using. 350 degrees. I start checking them around 12 minutes because I want to make sure that they're not going to get too brown, but I also want them to have a little bit of color around the edges. So we're going to go ahead and get these put into the oven. So there you can see the cookies before. Okay, the cookies have come out of the oven and they're beautiful. I couldn't ask for a better sort of foundation for getting in and starting to decorate these cookies. You can see they've got a nice uniform color. There's just a tiny bit of caramelization around the outside edges, which I love that. There's no spots that look like they're overbaked or underbaked, and they're almost the exact same shape as they were when they went into the oven. They might be just maybe a 1/16 of an inch larger than they were when they went in, so a tiny bit of spread, but not so much that you lose the shape of the cookie cutter when they went into the oven. Okay, so the next video we're going to be doing is going to be all about royal icing. There are a few different ways of making it, and I want to make sure that you know what your options are and know sort of the pros and cons of each one. So look forward to seeing you then.